That's a lot of characters on screen. Welcome to MojoPlays, and this is our list for the biggest video game crossovers ever. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Much like comics, movies, and TV shows, video games have had their fair share of crossovers. Whether it's because of a unique idea or a competitive history between different franchises, these crossovers were the ones that excited fans most. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Just before E3 2017, promotional art leaked showing Mario alongside the Rabbids and wielding arm cannons. Many of us did not want to think it to be true, but when Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was shown off at Ubisoft's conference, we quickly changed our tunes. In addition to being one of the most bizarre crossovers in gaming history, Mario plus Rabbids was one of the best games of 2017 thanks to its simple XCOM-style combat, creative world design, and hilarious charm. The game even won a handful of awards from various outlets for Best Strategy Game. The folks at Ubisoft Milan should be proud for pulling this off. The King of Fighters series. If you've heard of King of Fighters, then you've most likely heard of Fatal Fury, since the two franchises share a handful of the same characters. However, as the series has progressed, it has absorbed a few other SNK characters into its roster. Some of these fighters hail from Cycle Soldier, Art of Fighting, Ikari Warriors, and Garo, Mark of the Wolves. With the recent King of Fighters 14 reaching 58 total fighters, it's fascinating to see SNK use King of Fighters to breathe new life into its other franchises. Project X Zone series. Developed by Monolith Soft, this strategy fighting game series features a wide roster of characters from Capcom, Bandai Namco, and Sega. Mega Man, Tekken, Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Valkyria Chronicles, God Eater, and Space Channel 5 are just a handful of franchises represented here. The party got even bigger when Nintendo allowed Monolith to include Fiora from Xenoblade Chronicles and Fire Emblem's Chrom and Lucina in the sequel. It may not have the best story, but if you're a hardcore fan of any of the aforementioned companies, Project X Zone is worth checking out. Jump Force. Anime and manga are no stranger to crossovers, but there are a few things that make Jump Force stand out. For starters, the game was made to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Weekly Shonen Jump manga series. Secondly, it boasts a large roster of characters from several franchises such as Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, Fist of the North Star, My Hero Academia, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and even the original Dragon Quest manga. Jump Force isn't the perfect fighting game, but it pays a tremendous amount of respect to Shonen Jump's history. If 40 characters wasn't enough for you, you'll be happy to know that there's more characters making their way as DLC. For a 50th anniversary, this was one hell of a celebration. Heroes of the Storm. If you're a big fan of Blizzard, you've most likely played their own crossover MOBA, Heroes of the Storm. The game isn't too different than other MOBAs, two teams leading minions to tear down the enemy team's structures, but it has enough to distinguish itself from its competitors, such as its vibrant level design. Then of course, we have the characters. Heroes from Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo, and Overwatch fill out the roster, making a grand total of 85 playable heroes. With a meaty cast like this, it's no wonder people are still playing Heroes of the Storm years later.
Ariel inspires her allies and smites her enemies.
And so it shall be.
LEGO Dimensions.
Batman? Gandalf?
We are at this strange beast's mercy, and I do not trust where it is leading us.
While the game had a shorter lifespan than other Toys to Life franchises, LEGO Dimensions shattered every boundary with the biggest sledgehammer it could find. This wasn't just a couple of licenses mashed into a LEGO game. This was a game featuring franchises from across movies, television, cartoons, and of course, video games. I mean, what other video game lets you play as Homer Simpson and Sonic the Hedgehog while traversing through the Wizard of Oz? Why not let Batman and Scooby-Doo team up to venture across the world of Doctor Who? LEGO Dimensions may have arrived too late to the Toys to Life party, but it was one of the more memorable experiences in the genre. Marvel vs. Capcom series. Even with the hiccup as big as Infinite, the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise has remained to be one of the greatest fighting game series ever made. Just like another crossover franchise on this list, every new game stirs up speculation of who will make the final cut. Some are characters fit for a fighting game, whereas others end up being really weird. Remember, this is a franchise that built an entire moveset for Phoenix Wright. Even so, Marvel vs. Capcom knows its crossover premise is ridiculous, and its crazy attitude shows in its combo-focused gameplay. Just try to keep up with the action. Kingdom Hearts series.
Yes, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
Speaking of weird crossovers, if you were to tell us that Final Fantasy would be crossing over with Disney characters, we'd scoff at the idea. Yet, here we are, living in a world where Kingdom Hearts is one of the biggest RPG franchises. While the series does feature original characters like Sora, Riku, and Kairi, Final Fantasy characters like Cloud Strife, Sephiroth, Tifa, Yuffie, and Aerith have made appearances as secret bosses and supporting characters. It may be weird seeing Donald Duck next to Cloud, but it's this absurd appearance that has made Kingdom Hearts such a memorable experience.
No, he can't come.
What?
Forget it.
Oh, come on. He's my friend.
I don't care.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. While we could have reserved this spot for the entire series, there is one particular reason why we chose Ultimate over the entire franchise. Everyone is here. Ultimate is the entire franchise mashed into one game, bolstered with every character and nearly every stage to appear in previous Smash titles. In addition to Nintendo's biggest stars, players can fight as Sonic the Hedgehog, Cloud Strife, Solid Snake, Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter, Castlevania's Simon and Richter Belmont, and as of late, Joker from Persona 5. Ultimate is no longer about Nintendo characters duking it out. It's become a massive love letter to video games as a medium.
Smash is looking cool, eh, Joker?
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.